everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing how to survive the post office as a CCA. If you are a new CCA, even an RCA, and you're just trying to figure out what you need to prepare for when you start the postal service, I got you. I started at the post office back in 2014 as an RCA, and I was there for about almost 2 years. And then I transferred over to be a CCA, and I was a CCA for 1.5 years. And then I transferred over to my hometown, was there for about 1 year. I resigned and I came back, and I'm next in line to go career. And I am here to show you and explain to you everything you need to know about surviving at the Postal Service. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, to those that have been following me, that's been subscribed to my channel, you all know that I got this new mic, but I don't know how to use it because, well, I do know how to use it, I just don't have a piece, so I can't use this tonight. So if you're struggling with hearing me, I am so sorry. But let's go ahead and talk about the first thing that I saved in my tablet when it comes to how to survive from the Postal Service. Okay, so the first thing that I have on my list is that you must have a strong spiritual relationship with whatever that means for you. If you are, a Christian, or if you meditate, or whatever it is that you do, you must have a strong spiritual relationship with yourself, with Creator, with whoever you may call God. You know what I'm saying? You have to. The reason why you should have a strong relationship spiritually with whatever that means for you is because the Postal Service is like being in the military. It is a government job. It's not the type of job where you go in and it's like a normal 9 to 5. There's going to be things that test you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. In order to be able to handle this, you need to have a structure, a spiritual space. I'm not trying to scare you, but these are things that you must know before you step foot in that door. Those first 90 days that you enter into that Postal Service is going to be the first 90 days in the most hardest 90 days of your life. Not even lying. So get into routine and, you know what I'm saying, meditate. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Practice peace so that you can handle it. 90 days. Those 90 days, then you are officially out of the red zone, which means that you are out of your probationary period, which is a lot. It's like a breath of fresh air, seriously. So let's talk about the next thing that I have on my list. The next thing that I have on my list is my iPad. Boundaries. Support system, even if that means just one person, someone you can talk to. Having boundaries with the people that, you know what I'm saying, may be energy vampires. You need to cut them now because you're not going to have much time to be connected with people. Once you start this Postal Service, you're going to be working 6 days a week with 1 day off. So the most important people you need in your corner is your support system, the people that you can lean on, vent to, and talk to about anything you may need to talk to about. A therapist, whatever that is. The next one that I have on my list is stay out of drama. The first thing that people like to do at this job is gossip. Don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them your business. Don't tell them, something that you did on the route. And you make sure that you build a firm, trustworthy relationship with the ones that you know you can trust. And start with the CCAs first. Don't go to the regular carriers. Start with the CCAs. The reason why I say start with the CCAs is because the regular carriers most times are going to be the ones that talk about you in the beginning, all the way up until when you go career, because it's almost like they forgot where they came from. So they kind of I would say they kind of look down upon you, but they kind of judge you for things, even mistakes that you do. They judge you for it, and they tell on you, and they do little things to try to get you in trouble. So just be very careful about who you vent to, who you take advice from. And I would start with the person who trains you. That person is the most trustworthy person that you can probably trust, is the trainee. If you go to another city carrier and you talk to them about, hey, I made this little mistake, they will go and tell supervisor on you, and the next thing you know, you'll hear about that little mistake you did throughout the whole entire office. So stay with the trainee and develop a nice healthy relationship with the CCAs. Okay, so the next one that I have is to simplify your life. If you're getting ready to start next week or in 2 weeks, or if you're in training, now is a great time to go through clothes, go through cabinets, go through old things, get rid of things, simplify your life. Make it to where, like, when you wake up in the morning, and start the routine now, where like you have things that you can, easily grab. Start with meal prepping. Go to the grocery store, meal prep your meals, because it's going to save you money. I'm telling you. One of the biggest things that I had to learn lessons wise is that you will spend more money if you do not meal prep your food. If you do not meal prep your food, you're going to be eating a lot of unhealthy junk, which is going to throw off your mood, your energy, and your vibration. And it's going to send you down a downward spiral of emotions, because you, like I said, you're going to be having things thrown at you. You need to be ready for that. And part of that is your health. Part of that is your mood, your mind, your spirit. So create a meal prepping list, whatever you like, and start meal prepping. Because I've spent way more money just eating out and eating at gas stations than I did with actually going to the grocery store and packing my own lunch. So that's like a 2 for 1. That's a 2 for 1. The less decisions that you make, the easier your life will be. So true, y'all. Emergency backup plan for kids if you need it. Okay, so if you have children and you're getting ready to start the Postal Service, having emergency plan is a must. That means like maybe having a little bit of money stashed away, or start saving up a little bit of money, having like, a provider for your child if you have to go to work and they're sick, because the post office do not care, y'all. And I know that sounds harsh, but they don't. They do not care. They want you at work, especially in your 90 days. After your 90 days, you could take off, That's on you. After your 90 days, you could take it off. But in your 90 days, it's kind of like taking off is like you putting your life on the line, your job on the line for it. Even if your kids are sick, they don't care. And I know I hate that I have to say it like that, but like it really is like that for real. Like they'll fire you if your kid is sick and you call in too much. So having someone who can watch your kids and having that lined up now is definitely a must for real. Try to live close to the Postal Service. If you're going to apply to a job, apply to the one that's closest to you. If you have kids, please don't do that, because I did that and I had to transfer to the one close to me because it became too much of a hassle and too stressful and too much gas. Okay? On your first day, make sure you talk to a supervisor about getting a locker. One of the things that I had to learn literally this 3rd time being here is that a locker saves you so much time. If you're running late, say you're running late to work and you have to gather your satchel and get all your rain gear, you have to do that every morning. That little thing can cost you to be 2 to 3 minutes late for work, when you could just put all that stuff at the end of the day in your locker, and that way when you come in, you can just grab it when you come in, and then you could start your day. A lot easier. Another thing is to find a self-care reward for yourself. When you working that hard, if you a woman or if you a man, tending to yourself, getting your hair done, finding a hairstylist, finding you a barber, someone who can keep up your beauty, your grooming, your whatever that is. It will help keep you sane. Taking care of yourself, rewarding yourself for all the hard work you put in is a good mental reward. That's what I should say. Yeah. Plan a family day. Make sure that you keep things when you have, your day off, do things that keep you feeling human, feeling like yourself, spending time with your family or spending time with yourself. Another thing is, if you are going to be meal prepping, one of the greatest suggestions that I would make is to do actual store delivery. So like you can actually create your list, and throughout the week you can actually go on your phone and shop the things you want and have it delivered versus having to go to the store. So that can save you time so that you can focus on other areas of your life, like maybe cleaning your house or meal prepping the food, sleep. Yes, sleep is going to be your best friend. You're going to be tired a lot. So making sure you're making things easy for yourself, simplifying your life is going to make things a lot easier. Getting your sleep is going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so another thing that I have is to buy the proper rain, winter, and summer gear. That is going to save your life, because one thing about the Postal Service is they don't give you allowance until after your 90 days. And that's the part that I really don't agree with, considering the type of weather conditions. But I did create a Pinterest emergency list, things that you could actually buy on your own if you visit my Pinterest account, which I will tag the name of my account, Pinterest, on my comments down below or in my description, so you can actually go to my Pinterest and look at the list. That right there is a lifesaver. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna need it. Another thing is that, okay, and these are gonna be my last two tips, and I'm throwing them in there because these are the ones that just kind of came to my head. I'm gonna put heavy emphasis on not gossiping. People gossip up in that place, and they're going to try to get you to turn on people and talk about people. But I'm trying to tell you, it's going to come a time where that's going to turn on you, because then you're going to be the target. And one of the best things you can do is by, saving yourself, is to not engage in it at all. Heavy emphasis on the meditation, on the prayer, on the yoga, whatever it is that brings you your zen. Heavy on that, please. Like, I'm serious. Trying to think, what else? Get your car looked at too. Get your car looked at. Save money for emergency reasons, like your car breaking down. Because guess what? They don't care about your car breaking down either. And another thing, when things like this happen to you, one of the things that I have had to learn is that you kind of get punished for that. They will punish you if, like, you call in, say after your 90 days, you call in, your car broke down, and you might have like a bad week, and you might not be as fast because you're just mentally going through a lot. They will put so much on you to, like, punish you. They punish you for things that go wrong. Like, one of the two ways that they'll punish you is, like, say you were super slow that week, and they'll say something to you about it, and they'll say something to you about it. The next day, the next week, they'll put you on the hardest route in the office, give you like a relay and a collection. Like, they gonna put so much on you, you'll be like, why is you doing this? And they'll do it for a long period of time, and then until you damn near break, and then they'll start giving you the little routes again, and then they'll start, like, if you do it again, they'll start like cutting your hours, and then they'll put you up against like the other CCAs in the office too. They'll get it to where, like, they'll put you up against the other carriers to get y'all to, like, bump heads, and you just have to be very careful and very mindful of it, and try your best to do your best. And when you can't, that's when you really tap into your spirituality, the things that bring you your zen. That's when you're gonna need that zen. When they are sending those heavy burdens on you to punish you, and when people are up against you and you ain't doing nothing to nobody, maybe you just had a rough week, maybe something happened in your life that just kind of like had you down, and now you got to deal with that at work. They don't care about your personal life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't care. And it sucks. It really does, because we're human. You would think people have empathy, but they don't. That's what the term going postal means, literally. They'll make you go postal. That's if you let them know. That's the secret. You don't let them. You don't let them win. That's why I gave you the steps that I gave you to keep you aligned and ready for the battleground. Okay, you enter in the battleground. Welcome to the United States Postal Service. You got this. And after your 90 days, you're fine. And guess what? You're going to make it. And I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. And if you have any questions, you can drop them down below. And I just want to make sure that I add the heavy emphasis on every office is not the same. But I've heard from being in the group, if you haven't already joined the Facebook group, there is a CCA Facebook group, support group, where you can ask questions. And one thing I've had to learn from that group is that 90% of the offices are the same. So be prepared. It's a lot of things and a lot of hard truths you're going to hear about the Postal Service when you get in that group that you be like, whoa, yeah. But every job has its downfalls. Every job has its pros. Every job has its cons. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you signed up for it, I'm just kind of giving you an idea, okay? But get ready to go to bed. Today's my only day off, y'all. And I am going to relax for the rest of the evening. And I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you liked it, please give me a like and subscribe. Peace.